Hello, this is John McParland, Dysfunctional Dialogue, picking up right where we left off with Cousin Clash, Part 2 with Melissa and Olivia. Enjoy.
Oh, I think it was, do you remember this?
It does. I can see your face.
And I think it was...
Immediate eye. I was like, I don't know where this is going, but where's Olivia? Yeah.
I saw that light bulb. I saw that light bulb pop on, Olivia. I saw that.
I was like, why don't I remember this? Because I wasn't there. Why wasn't I there, Melissa? Why wasn't I there?
Yeah, so
we were like, oh, she's being punished or something along those lines.
That's a weird way to put it.
I know. And Mom was like, what are you talking about? Like, suddenly getting, like, because knowing what we're capable of.
Yeah, she knew something was awry.
Yeah. And we go, she's being punished. She can't leave the basement. Don't worry, she asked for this. And now...
no, there's no way that your mom would allow that to just lie.
No,
like
she immediately turned around and we were running after her. And Mom opens the door. The light is off in the basement. And she goes, Liv? And you just hear, yeah. And she was like, what are you doing down there? And she was like, oh, I'm tied up. And we go downstairs. Olivia, we hog-tied Olivia to the treadmill in the basement.
Oh,
and she's
terrible.
Just hanging there, hog-tied. And we go down and she goes, hello. As we enter the
Nice that you were that chill about it, Olivia.
I don't remember being that chill. I don't remember asking for it, and I don't remember being that chill about it.
I sound like a terrible person. Like the more, we talk.
Well, I mean, I think we're finally ripping off that Band-Aid, Melissa. So
this Band-Aid's been off. It'll never heal.
So Olivia, I share that pain with you. I've had similar things where I have siblings or cousins or whatever, things like that have happened, and I get it entirely. Yeah, that's rough. And I don't remember being anywhere near that chill when it happened to me. Like when I was tied up on the flagpole, my brother and his friend, which I mentioned on a previous podcast, I think. Yeah, so this is some pretty good stuff. Do you guys want to talk about? Want to answer some questions off the spot?
Sure.
I would love to.
So this first one, I thought of you guys because of a story we mentioned before. And if you can't come up with it on the spot, that's fine. But what's your favorite weird food combination? I thought you two would be the perfect people to ask about this stuff.
I love this question.
Yeah.
Oh, give me a moment.
Yeah. Because the way I see it is that you two, you like to just experiment and do something a little different, right? You know, I'm going to guess Olivia's probably had her share, of the Colorado. What do you call those? The moose balls or something like that?
Rocky Mountain caviar,
oysters.
Rocky Mountain oysters.
Rocky Mountain oysters.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
we're talking about balls,
that's
right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We're talking about balls here, is what I'm saying. That's right.
Set the record straight.
You know, I remember guys mixing and mashing stuff when you were a little kid, but over the years, you probably have developed certain things. And just knowing you two, you guys must have these. It's going to kill you when you get off this call and not remember them.
I know. My least favorite was
okay. Let's hear that.
Capers. Because we would always, when we would play, like just capers, because we would play Death by Food was the name of the game, where we would just mix together a bunch of crap, and we actually had to say like no capers are allowed because we just all thought that they were, because
that would kill everything. But did anyone ever have capers lying around the house that would be?
Yes, they're always in a fridge.
Always,
just a jar.
They always in a fridge and never used.
Yeah,
one of those things.
I like they just.
So if you guys were eating like capers that were
just
like
emergency capers, you know? Yeah.
I love that. So part of your prepper plan is the capers.
What?
Wait, what? Sorry.
Oh, part of your. I mean, wow, that didn't go anywhere. I just died on the floor there. Part of your emergency prepper plans is the.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Yes.
Brutal. We'll just say the sound cut out. That's what we'll do. All right, we can always get back to that. Do you think?
Okay, wait. I have some.
Yeah. Oh, okay, good.
Okay, jerky and peanut butter.
That sounds fantastic.
Oh no, that sounds brutal. Although, as far as prepper food, those two things are exceptional prepper food. Peanut butter lasts a really long time.
I am
high
a
protein.
peanut butter girl.
Oh, you're talking. So Melissa is as well, and I like peanut butter as well.
Me and a spoonful of peanut butter, like that will get me through anything, any hard time.
And it has.
Wow, that's so.
Peanut butter.
I have to say, Melissa is exactly the same way.
The same.
Wow, that's funny.
Respect.
Do you guys remember having this thought previously together as you guys each? Wow, that's amazing to me.
We've never talked about that. Wow.
No, we should talk about this more.
Let's discuss.
So. No, that's not the board. I want to find out, how did you find out that peanut butter and jerky?
Oh, that's a good question.
I mean, what did you like? We were walking across the kitchen, and you were chewing on a piece of jerky, and you were halfway, with making your peanut butter and jelly sandwich. There was a peanut butter bread there, and you tripped, and it flipped out of your mouth, and it landed on well, what do I do with this? Like, how did that happen?
Not quite. I am one for weird food. I mean, so I may or may not in my long life partake in the devil's lettuce. You kind of get some weird cravings.
You get weird cravings.
Wow. Oh my God! So that would be Satan for sure in that lettuce. If
Satan is in this lettuce.
Satan is telling you combined beef jerky and peanut butter.
So it's more like, you get a little stoned and you're like, what? I'm also historically broke, and so I just kind of have what I have. So I was at college in Colorado. This was when I lived.
This is definitely a college meal. Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, I was like I was probably 22, just to out myself a little bit. But we had a vending machine in this dorm room. And
that served the vending machine was beef jerky and peanut butter.
Okay. They had the beef jerky. I always have the peanut butter on deck. Always. And so I had like some beef jerky, and I don't know, I was like, what if instead of using this spoon to get my peanut butter, the beef jerky is my spoon? And I ate it, and it was pretty fire, not gonna lie.
I gotta try.
But then after that, in maybe another state of mind, you're like, let's do this, and it was still good?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't hit the same, because, like, it was, like a late night thing, and usually by nightfall, I was in that state again.
Right. Yeah, and I could definitely relate to that. I remember one time I had to, grease a pan, and I had nothing. I was in college, right? And I opened up my refrigerator, and it was a jar of mayonnaise and I don't even know, like some old lettuce or something. I don't know what it was. But,
the devil's lettuce.
It wasn't the devil's lettuce. So I think I used the mayonnaise to grease the pan. But the other thing that I had done, and this is sacrilege. You watch. It worked actually. You watch my niece and my daughter here, who have an ample amount of Sicilian in them. Watch them react to this.
I'm
again,
frightened.
Just college, right? You do what you can. I mean, I was hungry, so you do what you can. I don't think I went to the extreme of peanut butter and jerky, although I'm a little intrigued now that I think about it.
Me too.
Because I love both of those, but I've never been one to combine foods that I love just for the sake of it. But all I had was spaghetti and ketchup.
Oh,
unacceptable.
Yeah, when you say that,
No.
I'm going to tell you right now, in that moment, it was awesome. It was awesome. I'll never do it again. I probably had to do it a few more times after that, and I was okay with it.
Bad.
Right, yeah.
I would try that.
For sure.
I would try that. I would.
Well, you like ketchup.
I don't like
There
ketchup.
is a reality where I would try that.
There is a reality. Like of all of the
In
possible
all the
realities.
infinite universes.
Yes, that's right. We're talking the string theory of ketchup. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Somewhere out
But
there.
you know, Melissa, your mom is a die-hard, of course, Italian, Sicilian, but she loves ketchup. And I wonder if you were to blindfold her and like, oh, I got this wonderful dish, it's ketchup tasty. I know you love ketchup. I wonder if she would be like, oh,
I would never deceive her like that. I'd never poison her.
Well, you're not married to her, so
that's true. That is true. I also hate ketchup, but I know I'm in the minority.
I don't love ketchup either, but that's not the first I've heard of that combination. One of my best friends, she that was for years her comfort meal. Like,
ouch.
Like just a little bit of ketchup, not a lot, but I guess you get like the vinegariness in the pasta, and then she would put like nutritional yeast on it.
Because the problem is it's sweet, it's gross. I could never do it now, but I was I don't know 20 or whatever at that time, so you still have a lot of that sweet tooth left over at that point.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it's not a two food combinations, but it is a combination of sorts. And I remember at the time I had been drinking. This was also in college. I had been drinking and I was like so hungry and so tired. And I walked to my friend's apartment area and they were smoking cigars. And I sat down and I was like, oh, let me join you guys. So I had like a little bit of a cigar. But then my other friend showed up with the Trader Joe's like cheddar puffs, sour cream and onion puffs. Do you know what I'm talking about, Olivia?
Of course.
Oh, she knows.
Phenomenal.
You went to the Trader Joe's.
Phenomenal.
You could probably give us a SKU number.
Literally. 07310.
I had...
I would love to find out that that's true.
Imagine.
You're so quick with that. But I had a cigar. I was smoking a cigar and eating these sour cream and onion puffs. And I thought, oh my God, this is the most delicious thing I've ever eaten in my life.
That sounds disgusting.
I woke up the next morning and my mouth has never tasted grosser. No, I wish I was vomiting. I was like, oh God. I had like, everything was like coated. It was crazy too because I brushed my teeth.
Oh, wow.
So
I was going to ask that next.
That's terrible. So you got like the cheese dust coating, which is the perfect thing for the cigar smoke to attach itself to. And so you just
I had a layer.
The only way
was so bad.
The only way that could have gotten better if you also had a caper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
just to wash it down. Mm-hmm.
To wash it down.
To wash it down.
To wash it down. This will clear out that funk in my mouth.
Oh, God.
You have to kill the poison somehow.
It's got to be an old caper from the Carriero fridge, right?
Yeah, an old caper. Capers.
Capers.
I'm gonna get yelled at. I'm gonna get yelled at by your mom. We didn't have old capers in there.
No, we didn't. I don't think. Did we have them at our house? Yeah.
It wasn't our house. I have not had a caper in my house probably since I moved out of my parents. My dad loves sardines. I just, for the life of me.
Sardines.
Oh, that's another weird combo actually that I've gotten a lot of hate for.
Oh, I'll be one of them. I'm gonna line up on the hate side of this.
So this was like, I don't know, ciabatta bread, whatever you got, brie cheese, and then canned
That
oysters.
Sounds so good.
Yeah, my dad.
Oh my God, that
sounds
so good. That sounds so good.
And like you
I
can
actually
pop
want
it
that
like
right
just
now.
in the toaster.
Yeah, I'll take the cheese puff and cigar taste in my mouth before that any day of the week.
Really?
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
No, you
yes,
wouldn't.
I would.
No, you wouldn't.
I would.
No. I promise you. You wouldn't.
I promise you. There's no way. There's no way. That's a nightmare.
No way.
Do you think you would get along with a clone of yourself?
Like me right now?
No, you in 40 years. Yeah, you right now. Sure. I don't. You want? We can talk about that. You want to be.
That's a good question. Does it grow with you? Does it continue as your opinions change? Does its opinions change? Because then, if not, then no. Because I'm stubborn as hell, and my clone from like a year ago, we would fight. Yeah, we would fight. But if it's like constantly like matching me, hell
that's
yeah,
amazing.
I'd get along with me. I would get along with me, but if you
just a little full of yourself there, guys. Oh yeah, I'm the best. I'm gonna hang up myself and we're gonna chill, and it's gonna be awesome.
I actually need no other friends.
I actually, now that I think about it, I think I would probably piss me off. Now that I'm really thinking about it, because
but that's a good point though, because then it might better you, right? If ourselves were with us the whole time, we would be able to see the little things that, like, you know what, you got to change that. That's not right. I'm not putting up with that. That's actually a really cool thought. Maybe we should walk around with a selfie all the time with that in mind.
Yeah, actually. That's
it's like, because everyone thinks like, oh, I wish I could have a clone to go to work for me or to do this or that for me. Like, that would cause so many fights, because you'd be like, Olivia, like, I just did the laundry and I did this and that and I went to work and you've just been sitting on the couch all day. Like, come on, like, it's my turn to sit. Like,
no, that's a good question though, because at what point am I no longer me and the clone is me? You know,
we could get philosophical with that one for sure.
Yeah.
There's this question. This philosophical.
The clone will end up, like, knocking you off, right? You're like, okay.
No, literally.
We don't need.
Wait, isn't that something? Anymore. That is something.
Well, it would be if it was.
No, that's definitely in a show. Is that a Rick and Morty episode? Perchance?
Oh, it sounds like a Rick and Morty.
That sounds Rick and Morty.
Oh, poor Olivia's got that spinal compression thing going on again.
I'm just a big chiller.
Well, you could just set your camera up so you're just laying back and the camera is sitting just where you need it to be. That works for me.
I don't know where to do that.
That's okay. I don't care. Do whatever you want. Whatever. I don't care. No one's going to care. If you can invent a country, what would you name it? I mean, mine's easy. It'll be McParland.
Boo.
Boo. Hey, wait a second. Hey.
Well, didn't we have a country? Oh no, we had a governing body.
Wait, what?
It was rock.
It was rock. No, because we would go and we would sit on a rock, and we had a constitution. Yeah, we would sit on the octagon.
The octagon.
The octagon. We had a governing body called the octagon, and that's how we decided what we would do that day. And we had a constitution that we all signed.
We had so much fun as children. We weren't psychos.
We would sign legal documents.
Okay, we want to play today. We must get through this agenda.
Oh, God. Oh, my whole life makes so much sense now.
Yeah, but that's something that little kids do. That's awesome. I bet you anyone that's watching this thing, you've all done stuff like that.
But every time we would just decide to play spider tag. Like, there was no need for
that was goated. Spider tag was goated. But you know what? We just needed to know.
Yeah. We had to. It was for the people.
Things change. Yeah, exactly.
It's true. Oh, and then there was Jacob overthrew the government, though, if I'm remembering correctly.
Naturally.
Or someone
shocking at all.
Someone had a coup d'etat. There was a coup that happened at one point.
That's Jacob. It's got to be 100%.
Yeah,
there's no other way around it. Yeah, that's right. As you say, Melissa, on brand.
Yeah, I remember we had to amend the Constitution after that too. So
Did he force you to?
No, it was probably me. Ruler? It was probably me being like, we have to amend the Constitution now.
All right, so I got a really important question for you guys here.
I love hypotheticals. I have a coworker, and I love that episode with you and your son John, where you had all the hypotheticals, because I have a coworker that is constantly, we're working service at a cafe, and always asking me, or everybody really, for hypotheticals. And she comes up with the craziest hypotheticals, like some nuts stuff. And so I've been trying to practice my brain of coming up with hypotheticals as to not disappoint her.
You should share the episode, John. Go to a couple of those key points. Yeah. Maybe share a couple of the shorts.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
I will. Yeah. You know what's hilarious about that episode? When I was watching it, one of the questions was, and this was a few months ago, I may have been, a little stressed. I just moved and adjusting to life and everything. But one of the questions was, would you rather go to jail for 5 years or be in a coma for 10 years? And I was like, I would gladly take either of those, to be honest with you. Put me in a coma? Easy. Go to jail for 5 years? I would lock in so hard. I would get so fit. I would read so many books. I would,
Well, you say that, but there's obviously some other downfalls to being behind those bars.
But like that was my state of mind when I was watching that episode.
Yeah, state of mind. There's no doubt.
You got some more?
I do. You want some more?
Yeah. I would love some more. Throw them.
All right. So, would you rather know when you're going to die or know how you're going to die? It's a tough one, right? When or how?
How?
Yeah. Well, why though? So why how?
I am such an anxious person. I literally have my anxiety medication right next to me right now. I'm such an anxious person.
Is that your dinner? You said your dinner was next to you. Is that your dinner?
Well, no. But, oh God. But I would just be panicking until the day I die. Like, I don't think I would ever be able to get past the fact that I know when my expiration
that's reasonable.
is.
Olivia's got a counterpoint.
Oh,
you disagree?
I think that knowing how you're going to die is going to create so much more anxiety of, like, say you die, you know you're gonna die from food poisoning, or you fall off a balcony or some, like, then you're gonna just constantly
when
like,
it's gonna happen.
What do I eat? Yeah. And you don't know when it's gonna happen. You're like, what do I eat? Like, I will never stay on like anything above ground floor again, or like whatever it was. Like, you're gonna constantly be avoiding.
Yeah,
but
so
if you know
when
it
is,
then it kind of will give you peace of mind of like, okay, I'm gonna die, this day on this year.
Yeah,
I'm chilling until then. Actually, like, I wouldn't worry about anything. Yeah,
because if you're told that, okay, you're gonna die of, just say whatever, some terminal disease, whatever, then so be it. Now I want to know when. But if you're gonna die because of something you ate, man,
shit.
Yeah,
completely,
or car accident, like, you would just avoid whatever it was.
Things you do every day. You do every day. You're going to die really because of a toothbrushing incident.
Okay, well,
you'll have to live with the cigar and the cheese taste because you want to survive, right? So you have a hard choice. Would you rather?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But if you know when, then I feel like that would kind of put everything else at ease, because it's like.
But what if?
That's interesting. That didn't occur to me, Olivia.
Like,
that's brilliant. Nice.
But what if you choose? Thank you. What if?
No, I was talking to Olivia. Sorry.
No, I know.
Okay.
She sounded really cute when she said thank you.
What's that noise in the background?
Me?
That's you, Melissa.
That's a bird.
New York.
It's going.
Well, look, I have to say, here you are in the story of Queens. The least of our problems would be having a little bird in the background, right? It could
That's true.
You're in New York City. It could be so much more than that. So we'll take it. Okay.
And it usually is.
Nature sounds as a backdrop. I love it.
Loud nature sounds.
You were gonna say, Melissa?
Oh no, I was just thinking, like, what if you decide, okay, like, I want to know when I'm going to die, and it's like tomorrow. What do you do?
You die tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah, but I would definitely want to know if I'm going to die the next day. I would definitely want to know that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
There's things you could sum up, right, with people and your loved ones and stuff. That would be a huge
you're
win.
right. Actually, you're right. Because then you can actually plan for it. Actually, it might take anxiety away from me.
Exactly. No, that's what I'm saying.
Although I don't think about, knock on wood, I don't think about my own death too often. So
until now, thanks to your father.
Until now, yeah, thanks. I'm gonna have a great sleep tonight.
New intrusive thought unlocked.
All right, so this will calm you down. This won't make you think of anything that's terrible at all. So this will relax you. Would you rather have a spider lay 100 eggs inside your body?
I hate this already. There's so many spiders in my apartment, Uncle John.
Oh no!
Oh, you're living a squalor too, then I see that.
Oh.
So.
Me too.
But it's a time of year, right? I mean, so what's nice about the spiders is the spiders trap and eat the other bugs. So if they're your protectors.
Alone. And Boogie eats the spiders. It's all natural chain.
It's true. That means that's kind of what you're doing for, that's your studies, right? That you're doing for a living. It's all about, how it all works together, right? I mean, it's all about
working, systems thinking,
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's funny that systems thinking is your specialty, and yet you have trouble remembering, your systems in their thinking, and your systems are coming up with peanut butter and jerky. All right, so seriously, would you rather have a spider lay 100 eggs inside your body? Sorry, Olivia. She's not gonna be able to sleep. She's not gonna be able to sleep tonight. Or get bitten by a venomous snake and have to suck the poison out yourself.
Venomous snake.
Yeah, this is so easy,
venomous
right?
Snake, easy.
Although you're not supposed to be sucking the poison out, that's a nonsense thing. Which I'm sure.
Is it really?
I'm sure. Yeah, it is. Olivia can tell us that. I'm sure, right? You must have learned that over the years, Olivia, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. You don't go doing that. Just
go to the hospital.
Go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Seek medical attention.
But I still would rather do that.
Yeah.
I still would rather do that than have 100 spider eggs.
How venomous of a snake are we talking? Like dying? Because I feel like a spider laying its eggs.
And where do you have to suck?
Yeah.
Oh God.
What's your favorite weird food combination?
Okay, jerky and peanut butter.
Wow. How did that happen?
I am one for weird food. So I may or may not in my long life partake in the devil's lettuce. Lettuce. You kind of get some weird cravings.
You get weird cravings.
Wow. Oh my God! So that would be Satan for sure in that lettuce.
Satan is in this lettuce.
Satan is telling you combine beef jerky and peanut butter.